check into the mail. I'll be your legal tender. Tell me that I'm heaven sent. Don't write our names in wet cement. Don't pay me with that compliment. Just give me something for the rent. Baby, I just want to hear that sound. Sugar, what I need from you is a 5 pound box of money. 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 Yeah.
Hello and welcome to Let's Make a Choice, the game of life where you're responsible for one thing, to make a choice. It's black and white and to the point. I'm your host, Marty Call. You know my motto, just call my name and I'll call you back. Now let's meet our contestant, shall we? She's from Atlanta, North Carolina. She says she can't stand catfish, so never order the fries. A big round of applause for Molly. Molly! Hello, Molly. Hello.
Hi, Mr. Cole.
Marty's fine.
Marty's fine. Glad to hear it.
Hear what?
That Marty's fine.
Okay, let's meet our next contestant, shall we? He's from Cow's Belly, Wyoming. He says it's a dream come true to be on the show. Now, if he would only wake up. A big round of applause for Stan, the man, Lenkowski! Howdy there, Stan. Howdy, Stan.
Mr. Cole!
Marty's fine.
Was he sick?
Who?
Your friend, Marty.
Okay, looks like we have a couple of real winners here tonight, folks.
Wow, I am going for the goal!
Oh, you gotta get through me first, Buster.
That's the spirit. Now let's get to the game. Now remember, in the game of Let's Make a Choice, we live or die by our choices, so choose wisely. The rules are simple. After every choice, you will receive a consequence. After the end of 3 choices, you'll receive 1 final choice. Any questions, contestants? Good! So let's make a choice.
Oh, let me at him.
Onward and upward!
That's the spirit. Now here are your choices for round 1. Choice number 1, you work at a good job for a good salary. Choice number 2, you win the scratch and sniff lottery for $1.3 million. And choice number 3, you find a large bag of $1,000 bills at work. You stuff it under your shirt and you keep the money. All right, contestants, take a moment and choose wisely.
I don't need any time. I know exactly what choice I'm going to make.
Oh, me too, Marty. Let me at him.
Let's make a choice. Ladies first. Molly, choice number 1, 2, or 3.
Okay, Marty, I got a question.
Fire away.
Okay, is the bag filled with money a large bag or a small bag?
Large bag.
Okay, a 3-gallon, 5-gallon, or a lunch bag?
You're a tough cookie, Molly.
I want to make the right choice, Marty.
5-gallon bag.
I choose the lottery. I mean, I couldn't possibly spend all that money at one time and I'd be guaranteed an income for the rest of my life.
What a dummy! I mean, I can't believe you give up the bag. No taxes. Don't you see? It's a free bag of money and nobody knows you got it.
Dan, I take it you want that bag of money.
You bet your bit.
And Molly takes the lottery. Well, all right, let's take a look at the consequences. There's good news and bad news.
What's my good news, Marty?
The good news is you were right about that lottery. You live off the interest for the rest of your life.
Oh, that's great. What's my bad news?
You become obsessed with the money.
Oh, big deal. I can live with that.
That's the spirit.
Hey, what's my good news, Marty?
Stan, you took that bag of money. You were right. right. No taxes.
Free money!
That's right. Woo! The bad news is, it was the mob's money. They found out you took it, found out where you were hiding it, roughed you up a bit, and kicked you out of the country. So you're bankrupt and back at ground zero, but Molly advances 3 points.
You do well.
Woo! Excellent.
You do well to remember. There's no such thing as free money.
Yeah, and this is coming from Mrs. Obsession.
At least I get to stay in my own zip code.
Let's make a choice. Are you ready, contestants?
I was born ready.
Here are your choices for round 2. Choice number 1, you marry for love.
Oh.
Choice number 2, you marry for money. And choice number 3, you marry for looks.
Hey, I got a question now about that looks. Now, is that my looks or her looks?
What are you, an inbred? Of course it's her looks. Who'd marry you for your looks?
Oh, yeah, well, it's a good thing you won that lottery, because you're going to have to pay somebody to marry you.
I've made my choice, Marty.
Let's make a choice.
Okay, I figure since I have some money of my own now, I might as well marry for money too. I mean, you can never have enough money.
Marry for money.
I made my choice too, Marty.
Let's make a choice.
Freeze.
Married for looks.
Come on now, Marty, who'd want to marry a dog?
Good point. All right, Molly marries for money and Stan marries for looks. Well, as usual, there's good news and bad news. Let's take a look at the consequences.
All right, give me the bad news first.
Well, your wife runs off with a model from Gentleman's Quarterly.
Oh, give me the good news.
You get to keep the dog.
Looks like you married a dog after all.
And Molly marries for money.
I know there's good news and there's bad news.
That's right. The good news is you're alive to hear the bad news.
So what's my bad news?
Well, you're bankrupt. You see, you married your husband for his money, but it turns out he also married you for your money. The police investigation showed he married several other women in several other states, all of them for their money. So you're both bankrupt and back at ground zero again. Let's make a choice.
I don't like this game.
Sour grapes.
Give, take.
What kind of choice is that?
Give, take.
Give or
Well,
take.
it's obvious.
Give, take.
We'll take.
Good for you. You both advance.
Finally.
Well, I don't know. Where are we advancing to?
The end. You're at the end.
Wait a second. Now, we said take. When you take something, you usually end up with something. Now, what did we end up with?
There's always a consequence, both good and bad. You ended up with the final choice, where you go from here.
I don't like this.
Well, where do we go from here?
Well, the choice is up to you. Look ahead and you'll see 2 doors. You're either for them or against them. Let's make a choice.
For or against them?
I don't want to choose.
Make that choice.
Hey, you can't make me decide.
Time
you
is
can't make
running
me decide.
I'm not going to choose.
Well, that's the name of the game, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Let's make a choice. Our contestants certainly did that, didn't they? They chose not to choose. The choice is always up to you. Until next week, I'm Marty Call saying, let's make a choice. Woo! Back up.
Thank you. What a great audience. Well, with a comedian like Robert G. Lee, once is not enough. So here he is back with his second set by popular demand, Mr. Robert G. Lee. Let him have it. Yeah. Go for it.
Thank you very much. And we'll go. Okay. Thank you very, very much. Just to set the record straight, I was raised in a Christian home, which was very interesting because when I was in 7th grade, my mom and dad went to see The Exorcist, which was a huge mistake. Mom got scared, came home, went around the house casting out demons, which meant my brother had to leave home for a week. That was very hard on him. That was very tough. It really was. We went back for Christmas this year, which was a lot of fun. My family went back to visit mom and dad, and it's amazing how things have not changed in all those years. My mom teaches choir for a living, what she does. My mom has a beautiful operatic voice. She cannot sing normal. We'll gather on the piano. My mom will come out. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. Oh, please, Mom. Oh, boy. Could you get the meatballs? Would that be okay now? My dad, same thing. Same thing every year. Refused to buy us gifts. Made our gifts. Because the pioneers made their gifts, we're going to be like the pioneers, which is a fine theory, but my father has no mechanical ability whatsoever. Nothing like coming down Christmas morning and discovering a handmade sled with bloodstains on it. That will scar. That'll scar a kid. That will. Thanks, Dad. Well, pioneers did it. I remember my grandma and grandpa coming over. Boy, every year they'd come. Now, there's a general rule with grandparents that they like to spoil their grandchildren to get back at their own children. What'd you get them? A pony. Which is what they do. My grandparents missed that seminar. All they gave us was love. How good is that? My grandma had 2 modes of operation, worried and scared. That was it. If she heard a siren 10 miles away, she was sure one of us is dead. Oh! Mommy! Mommy, where are you? Mommy, where are you? I'm right here, Grandma. Oh! Mommy to death! Stop that! Call me an ambulance! I was like, all right, Grandma. But when they gave her a Christmas gift, that all just melted away. I became, oh, Mommy's beautiful. It's just some old black Halloween candy I found, Grandma. That's all it really is. Did you pick it out? It's beautiful. Grandpa, same gift every year. Bottle of Old Spice. Never bought a bottle, went to his medicine cabinet, swiped it, wrapped it up, gave it back to him. One bottle could last years with Grandpa. One year I got creative, though. I got creative, and I made him that special 4th grade pencil holder. Yeah. We've done this. You wrap it with construction paper with the empty orange juice can. You write Merry Christmas and macaroni. You write your name in glue. You sprinkle it with all the little sprinkles there. You wrap it up, and you give it to your grandpa. My grandpa's hands shook. And when he unwrapped it, he took the construction paper off with it. I have never seen a more confused man in my entire life. Who got me an orange juice can? My grandma's on the side. Oh, that's beautiful. But the memory that will never leave my head is when Great Grammy came over. Now, when you're 5 years old and your Great Grammy comes over, she's so old, she's scary. I mean, when she talked about Jesus, we figured she knew him. And she had that thing that all great grandmas have. It's like all the excess skin on her body went right under here. I don't know what that is. It's that grandma hang. She had some mean grandma hang. She could sit down and those arms would keep going for hours. We would walk by, look, they're still going. How does she do that? I don't know. Look at that. My great Grammy could be out in tornado weather. Her Aquanet hair would not move. But those underarms. If you sat next to Great Grammy at dinner and she's cutting the meat, you're getting whacked upside the head, all right? That's all it's doing. Grandma, wait, stop. I'll cut it for you. She was proud of it, though. She was not ashamed. She had earned this, and she used it as a weapon. Because she had one goal in life, and that was to kiss her great-grandchildren. And we hated this. Because her lips would cover your whole head. And she used an entire tube of lipstick every single day. I mean, look, Bozo had nothing on my great Grammy, okay? I'll just tell you. And to get a really good pucker going, she would take out the teeth. Which is why great Grammys have doilies, to wipe the spit off of it. Now, the worst thing happened, the worst part of the whole Christmas day was when she gathered us around and told us the Christmas story. Now that I'm an adult and I've read about the birth of the Messiah, I realize that there's not nearly as much kissing in the Bible story as she put in there. Because when somebody in the Bible kissed baby Jesus, well, she had to kiss us, of course. And it was like Mary kissed baby Jesus, then Joseph kissed baby Jesus, then the little drummer boy, the shepherds, they kissed baby. Then the innkeeper, he felt guilty. He came in, he was kissing baby Jesus, you know. And the lambs came by, they were kissing him. By the time the wise men came around, I'm on the floor going, not the wise men, not the wise men. My grandma would always be over on the side looking at my great Grammy slobbering on her grandson. Oh, that's so beautiful. That was my Christmas, folks.
Every day she rides like a headline. Every way
Thank you.
she's the girl of my dreams. I'm a regular Joe on the way to the deadline.
Thank you all. Well, they say that all good things must come to an end, but I say that laughter is the gift that keeps on giving. So thank you all for sharing your laughter with us. And thank you to you wonderful studio audience. Nice hand for yourselves, please. You've been fantastic. And also Max and Marla. And a nice hand for Edward and this beautiful Stars Theater. Fantastic. And our comedy guest stars, Robert G. Lee. Our own Michael Ciccolini. And taking us home, James Lockhart in New York in June, Jordan Toes, featuring Carol Ross, Trevor Downs, and Tom Carano, yeah, and Marla.
Oh, get on your feet and swing it to the beat. Take it from the band. Fred Travelina is the man. I say get on your feet and shake that crazy beat and take it from the man. Fred Travelina is the man. Jump on that Charlie Cowboy. What are you waiting for? Heaven is only a few blocks away. Hey! I said get on your feet and swing it to the beat and take it from the man. Fred Travelina is the man. Woo! Most of all.